Raquel SSG, and I'm Laura Kitty. How's
Woo!
everyone?
We made it.
Yeah, you made it. How's everyone doing tonight? Apparently, StreamYard's having quite a lot of traffic tonight. So,
It's our third attempt.
yeah, this is our third attempt trying to go live. Very really having very high traffic, I guess, today.
It's just when we had said, hey, it seems kind of quiet out tonight. But
Yeah.
it's not quiet somewhere, apparently.
Apparently not. But yeah, I'm still kind of still out of it because I just woke up from a cat nap and stuff like that. And it's like one of those rainy days, you know?
Uh-oh. Getting to me.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry about that, Myra.
It's all good. Maybe after this, I'll go out for like a little walk or something.
That sounds nice.
I'll make Chris take a walk with me. He was supposed to be doing it this whole time, but he hasn't been. I'll have to tell him he's been a bad pet owner.
Oops.
No. Oh, terrible.
Ain't good. I would do so, but
it's raining.
It's been raining heavily today. Like, yeah, rather not.
Well, getting this time of year, it's either gonna be rainy or it's gonna be effing hot.
Oh, I know it's gonna get hot. Like, you know, it's you know, I would say
that's gonna be our two weather choices for a while: hot, rainy, or rainy and hot.
Pretty much.
Gonna be our choices. Unless we walk at night, then it won't be so bad.
I wouldn't be surprised it's gonna be like muggy out.
Oh yeah, probably. I'd be suspicious.
Oh, lovely! We have a flood watch here.
Yay! That's always fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the upper 80s and 90s for the rest of the week. So it's gonna even by the time we go into June, it's gonna be even more hotter. Oh yay! You can't wait for that. Not. I'm not really a fan of extremely hot weather.
I'm not a fan of it, but I can feel it. Oh wow! Oh, for fuck's sake! Seriously, who's doing this?
Bonjour, Christian. How are you doing? Good evening.
Bonjour indeed. I saw that on Twitter just now that tornado warning is trending. It says tornado warning and power outages in Houston. Shit. It's a mess. It looks like. Holy cow! I see like power lines arcing and shit.
Yeah, Houston's like a couple hours away from Dallas.
Yeah, but that's nothing for a storm. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like they're getting tossed around a little bit. Hold on a second. There we go.
I can't show the clip and number.
It's not copywritten.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm sorry, Moira.
Okay, I was just gonna show like someone's hiding in their car and they're showing all the wind and the rain and stuff.
I'm great. I just finished work and I'm 30 minutes from an icy cold old Milwaukee.
That's gotta be somebody else in the chat. Hold on, make another look. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to say you're not a beer person. You're not an alcohol person in general.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's best. It's a brand of beer.
Well, I don't really drink.
Yeah, I was on the other tab, so when I heard you say that, I was like, that's got to be something she's reading in the chat. There's no way she's saying that on her own. I had to come back and look like, yep, I was right. You and I might be the most soberest people on YouTube, I think. I don't know.
I'm sure there are other people out there that don't really, drink.
I must admit, I don't really generally ask people. And the only time I know when people drink is when it becomes an issue and it's noticeable.
Mm.
So if it's not noticeable, I don't even think about it. So I don't know. So there might be people who don't.
Right.
It just seems like a lot of the people we know do. But to each his own.
Pretty much.
Biscuits.
So I saw this today. So do you remember the Umbrella Academy, the TV series?
Do what
So
now?
that the Umbrella Academy
Oh, I've heard about it.
started in 2019. I think the first season, it was 2019, and then season 2 was 2020. Season 3 was 2022, and that was like, so they took like a year off. So nothing was out of related wise for the Umbrella Academy, and now season 4, which is the final season of the TV series, is going to be appearing in this August, and there's only 6 episodes. So yeah, it's been a while since I watched the TV series, and I haven't really heard anything about it for like, I guess, for a whole year. So yeah, it's gonna like hopefully the final season is good. But we'll have to see. I'll most likely have to like do watch some of the I wonder if there's like some kind of recap I can watch, and rather watching all the episodes of 3 seasons of it. I don't know.
Something interesting is going on in the kitchen.
Mm. I haven't really been playing Hogwarts Legacy and Gotham Knights as of late. Because having trouble with Hogwarts Legacy, having trouble getting past the second trial because of that super boss Pensy battle. So I'm looking up stuff that see if there's like an easier way to like defeat that boss. And with Gotham Knights, I'm not really sure if I need to defeat some um low class villains or not. I don't know. It's a requirement. Apparently, you have to do something to make them appear on the map, and I don't know if that's a requirement to beat them, or it's just add on content and just skip it and just continue the story. I have to like look into it, but I am gonna like get back to them. I soon. I don't know if it's gonna be this weekend or next weekend. I don't know, but it will be soon. Hello. Congrats on the Claw Princess. Oh, thank you.
So confused. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I was playing GT5 online.
Oh, okay.
And I went to the arcade and I was playing Shiny
Yeah, you got the little toys out of it.
And I won the Princess Bubblegum plushie.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I remember you showing me the little plush things. They didn't look very plush, but I mean, yeah. But okay, yeah, I did put that together. The Claw Princess thing kind of confused me at first, but all right on.
Having you at your time. Hope you're doing good. Hello, Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, SW, and MCU, and Doctor Who.
That's a whole lot right
Phew.
there. We're just going to call you greater than Disney. I think that's just going to be a whole lot easier and less.
Yeah, greater than Disney.
Because just calling them Disney or Taylor Swift by itself just going to sound terrible.
But let's see. Like I
How are you
think I
doing,
can,
greater than Disney?
I think I can bring it up. Here, let's see if I can bring it up.
Ugh.
Okay, let's see here. Share screen. All right, here it is. There's the Princess Bubblegum plushie that I won.
Very cool.
And yeah, I was pretty, like, yay! Finally, I got something for out of the game. Like, how many times? A lot, a lot. So that was pretty cool.
That does sound pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'm guessing it's less rigged than the real ones, since those are impossible to get anything out of.
I won a Pokemon Charmander in online claw. I think just wanted me to pay postage or something. Oh, sweet. Oh yeah, those claw games either get them or not. It's luck of the draw with that with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what the game looks like. Shiny Wasabi Kitty.
That was funny. As soon as you said that, I heard the cat go meow outside the door.
Shiny
I'm like,
Wasabi Kitty Claw. Yeah,
that
shiny
is cute.
Wasabi Kitty Claw.
And the shirt matches.
Yes, and I got since I won the bubblegum Princess Gum plushie on the shiny Wasabi Kitty Claw.
Hairball. Poor Raquel has a little hairball, poor thing. Hail the Greater. Right on. I don't know much about games, so I can't really I don't know what I'd like to say at the moment. I was caught off guard.
Well, that went.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, just swallow the big hairball.
Oh, poor thing.
I was saying shiny Wasabi Kitty Claw. Oof. That hairball went down the wrong way. Yeah, Edge of Time, it was just saying hello to greater than Disney.
Right on.
But damn, that came out of nowhere.
Poor baby.
And I also since I won the prize, I got a bonus prize, which is the Princess Bubblegum T-shirt.
Well, that is adorable. It explains why it matches.
Yep.
Be quiet, Nuki. Sorry. She's pawing at the door. Silly cat.
And they have this huge Princess Bubblegum statuette at the arcade.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty cool. And like after you like won the plushie and get the t-shirt, it'll be at your arcade desk office right here, next to your laptop, which is pretty cool.
All right. Apparently, I'm gonna have to go let a cat in. Okay, Dankers, come here. Keep pawing at my door, then you're coming in here with me. Little shit.
Now, I since I'm pretty much like
When you paw at my door, you get to stay here.
the kitty.
That is Dankers. He's a little jackass.
Aw, Dankers.
No.
Ooh.
No, young man.
Hi, kitty.
No, you were pawing at my door and would not shut up, so you get to hang out with us.
Aw, Dankers.
He's like, I've made a terrible mistake.
It's like, let me go. Let me
Why
go.
should I let you go?
Yeah, he was pretty much trying to wiggle out.
Why should I let you go? Well,
See?
okay. Claws are a good reason.
Yep.
All right, you'll leave my door alone now?
Sometimes says sweet. Yep.
Little
Since
shit.
I got the Princess Bubblegum plushie, now the next fun challenge is to get the shiny wasabi kitty plushie now, which is like green.
Sure enough.
Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be my next one to hopefully get out of the arcade game in GTA 5 online. So fingers crossed. Hope for good luck.
Indeed. Ooh.
Yeah, I already got the Princess Bubblegum, which is like pink. So I'm moving on to green, to shiny wasabi kitty.
Ooh, almost like a little wasabi Sailor Moon or something.
Yeah, it's no, it does look like this, like the sailor uniform. It's interesting fact. Even though they're wearing the sailor uniform, doesn't mean they're actually sailors.
Well, I know that.
Just like Sailor Moon.
Right, I know. When I'm saying the outfit looks like little Sailor Moon type style.
Mm-hmm. It's just it's just like the it's just the Japanese schoolgirl uniform.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah. I've seen them on like documentaries about the subcultures over there, and kind of like they have like it's a lot like the 90s skater style with the baggy pants and all the little decorations in the hair and shit, but more extra.
Yeah, so I've been having fun with that, and I've been I have been playing Fall Guys with my friend Milton.
Ooh.
And that's been fun. I streamed it last week. Last weekend. Sorry. That was also fun. So yeah. So please, if you guys could, please subscribe and check out my gaming channel. I do originally stream on the weekends, but sometimes I'll depending how the week goes, I'll stream in the middle of the week or something like that. But it's mostly on the weekends. So yeah, please check me out on there. We're like only 2 subs away from reaching 200 subs. Yay! Now where is my channel link? Ah, here it is. there it is, my gaming channel, Raquel SSG 2211 Gaming. And we're only 2 subs away from 200. I hope we can get there soon. Fingers crossed. We'll see. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell on my gaming channel for so you can be notified when I'm going live.
Sounds fabulous.
The true footage of a live claw machine extracting a Charmander from an all Charmander pile. It gave me a funny feeling because I wouldn't know if he set the one I won. Huh. So these should be a live footage of a live claw machine extracting a Charmander from all Charmander pile. And you won one? Is that what I'm reading there?
I think he is saying, yeah.
But you wouldn't know if you don't know if it was sent to you or not.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you will get it. Hopefully. I don't really see why not. They wouldn't. You know what I mean? I'm implying everyone wins. Oh, okay. Yes, everyone wins. Well, that is the goal, really, with these arcade games. I love those, when you go to Japan, these, I think they're called, I think they're capsule games or something like that. Let me check. Capsule games. Yeah, Gashapon. It's a vending machine dispensed capsule toys. And people try to win prizes. Well, you do get prizes regardless. Once you put the quarter in, it's just like it's a gamble of what you're gonna get. You'll still get a prize, but it's a gamble of which prize you're gonna get out of there. Just pay the postage. I would if Charmander really had charm for me. See what I did there? Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know. Like those capsule vending machines. We do have them. It's just not really up to par that they have over in Japan, though.
Yeah, they're very extra about their vending machines, apparently.
Yeah.
My sweet tooth is kicking in. I don't have any sweet treats.
Aww.
I know. It's rough.
I would really love to go to Japan one of these days. But I have, I better, regardless, whether or not I do speak the language or read the language, I'm still going to go and, bring, install, an app that, will help me read the language and speak the language.
Right.
Because it's one of the hardest languages to learn.
It does seem a little confusing.
Yeah, cool idea though. First fix free. Yeah, like they even have food vending machines.
Oh hell yeah, sounds pretty good.
Yeah. They have like pizza, which is interesting. Noodles. What else? Salad. You got hot dogs and burgers from a vending machine, which is which is cool and odd. They also had like vending machines for drinks and
I saw food
um,
for cakes before, and like all kinds of little foods.
cupcakes, bananas, even uh clothing stuff like umbrellas,
Oh wow,
hats.
that's wild.
Hmm. Hey, Mikey, how are you?
Yum yum, Mikey.
How are you doing? Yeah, they have all sorts of vending machines over in Japan. Oh, that ramen looks so good.
Mmm, ram. Ugh.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go in there and make noodles, but we already have like food going on in there.
Oh yeah.
I might do it tomorrow though.
And a French fry vending machine.
Oh wow,
Wow.
that does sound fun.
Yeah, I would really love to go to Japan if I can just get over the overseas flight um twice, then I'll be good. But I'd really like to go to Japan one of these days.
Ugh. I'd be kind of about the whole flying for that long.
I know that's the thing that that gets me. The how long the flight is gonna be. Let's see, how long is the flight to my location? If if I go to Tokyo, Japan, um, I'll see. Well, let's see. That would be like basically almost the whole day, 17 hours. I don't know if I can sit that long on a plane, to
No,
be
I'd have to get up
honest.
and move around because I'm not having it.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd be tempted to take a boat. That way I can just kind of walk up and down and move around. But I'm also afraid of like crazy ass like creatures in the deep knocking the boat over or something happening.
yeah.
So I'm
There
thinking
are
something bad's gonna happen.
approximate 4 million units uh, throughout Japan. Do you mean vending machines? You mean? I'm assuming that's what you're saying, Mikey. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable like flying large amounts of water for extended period amount of time. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I would if I take a cruise, it's gonna have to bounce from like, you know, go from like country or continent to continent, like not just shoot straight across the Atlantic with all that open space for something to happen, but like go up the coast to like Nova Scotia, then over to like Iceland or Greenland, whichever fucking one's next, and just sort of skip along. So that way we're never too far away from land. Like I'd have to do it that way. It's the only way I would mentally be okay with that.
Yeah. I I don't know, like being on a plane for that amount of time is a lot, in my opinion. Um, I have to be staying there, like I know people, vacation for 2 weeks, but staying there for 2 weeks and then going back on the plane for another 17 hours, yeah, make that a month. You know
Right.
what I mean? Make it a month, not
I
2
know.
weeks.
It would just drain the life out of me.
Yeah, I can't do that. 2 weeks and then fly back home? No, you better make that a month.
Yeah, I could not. Like, if I can still feel it in my legs, we're not doing it.
Yeah. Yes, approximate 4 million vending machines throughout Japan. 4 per every man, woman, or child. Mm-hmm. How many vending machines do we have in America? Sorry.
Yeah.
We have the highest number of vending machines in the world, with over 7 million units. Wow. But, okay, so why is our vending machine so bland, and the Japan ones look so much fun and brighter?
Because we are a bland country in many ways.
I
I think
guess.
we should get together and just like do our own vending machine thing and have like the coolest vending machines ever here.
Hey, Mikey. Yeah,
Hi,
I
ladies.
agree. Like, bring the fun vending machines over over Japan to the USA. They did it with
Well, no. Why don't we?
no,
Why don't we have that? And so like American companies, they'll be part of the selling gimmick because people, they're encouraged to buy American.
that was I was saying. Bring the
Oh.
Japan vending machines over here to America.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
I thought you meant bring their
Japan
own
pretty
vending
much
Why
machine.
not?
But Japan pretty much gifted us cherry blossom trees that we have in Washington.
Yes.
So, like, why not?
Oh, yeah. I don't
A lot
understand
has
it.
happened since then.
According to what it said in Japan, like I said, there's approximately 4 million vending machines throughout the entire country. That would roughly equivalent to 4 for every single man, woman, or child. That can also be 4 for grandparents as well, for each grandparent. So it fits into how many people currently live in Japan. There's a vending machine for at least every single person that lives in Japan.
That is
Okay.
crazy.
For
Yeah.
the U.S., we have the highest number of vending machines in the world, with over 7 million units, or roughly 1 vending machine for every 50 U.S. Americans.
But they're not very cool vending machines. A lot of them are just like,
No, they're not really. They're just too bland. Like,
And the vending machine. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I like the ones that they have over in Japan. They look so much more
Fun.
brighter and fun. In
And
my
they're
opinion.
full. And they're full. Like every single day, every 24 hours, every single vending machine throughout the country has, if they're starting to go low, those machines are automatically attended to. It's all connected by an server, right? A computer server.
Right.
And what happens is that if one goes down, if it knows that it's running low on supply, immediately they bring out a truck, which can a guy, who drives the truck, goes out to the vending machine, opens it, puts in things. They have a guard too, so that no other citizen can steal from them while they're making the transition, while they're putting stuff in. And then when that's done, then they leave, and then it's all set. It's back into the system again. So that's very cool.
I don't really think it's the same with over here. Our vending machines are not guarded. That's for damn
No, ours
sure.
aren't either, unfortunately. In Canada, all of Canada, our vending machines are separate. Like, they're just separated in isolated areas. They get broken
Mm-hmm.
into, they get destroyed. It
Yep.
takes usually months for people to work on that. Like for example, in our apartment building, we have it's like a vending machine, but it distributes money on your card, so you can do laundry, because the laundry, the washers and dryers are all automated, and they can only be run by money. So if
Better to
somebody,
get those 4 quarters out and put them in the machine.
well, no, you don't have to. Now we have actual washer dryer cards, which are issued by
So
the
they got rid of the
building,
coins and
so
give
you don't.
cards
Yeah,
instead.
exactly.
That's pretty
So
cool.
you don't have to lose a coin, lose money, dollar bills, anything. Everything is tied into the card, and all you have to do is put the card in, slide it, and you're done. And then you just
That's
run
in
your laundry.
Canada, though, right,
Yeah,
Mikey? It
that's
might
here.
be. It might be. I don't know if that's the case with the USA. They might be still using coins.
I think some of them still do. Well,
Yeah.
they do have. Well, it's not unlike, we still have washer dryer units, buildings, which have them through some of downtown Toronto. They will still have an occasional building that runs it that way, and the only way it runs is by money. But that's in poor areas. That's in areas where the homeless are, and they manage to scramble together a few bits of coin, and then they go in and do their laundry and whatever. Not safe areas, really not. So if you got your laundry card, that's your lifeline. That's how you're able to do your laundry. That's with the card. And my wife has one, so for us. So yeah, it's nice.
Cool.
Works out perfect, actually. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know how many you just got me thinking, because I was trying to think of how many vending machines were in. Let's see here. Right, so it says in Japan. Wow. Okay, so depending on the source and the year, but it's generally around 4 million units. That means that Japan has roughly one vending machine per 30 to 50 people, which is one of the highest ratios in the world. And most of them sell their beverages, but some also offer snacks, cigarettes, newspapers, and other items. Now, it says the United States might have more machines. Japan has the highest number of units per capita, as well as the highest density of vending machines all over the world, just in their country. So, yeah. So America has the most, but not in regards to, like, the density. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. It says here that the United States has over 7 million vending machines. That's the highest number of installed, right? And then if you look for here where I live here in Canada, it says in Canada approximately 240. There's only 240. So yeah, like I said,
240 million, you mean?
no, not million, 240. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. There are 68 vending machines in the Canadian. Yeah. So Canada has the least if you're in the vending industry.
I thought it would be more than that. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, that's what it says here. In all of Canada, there were approximately 240.
All right.
Yeah, 240 vending machine operators in Canada, and most are located in the provinces of Ontario, where we live, and Quebec. So it's in the populated areas. Everything else in the isolated areas don't have it. I thought it was a lot more. I thought so too. But wow,
Yeah.
240. So don't look for vending machines in Canada if you're driving a long
I
distance.
guess not. Very few and far in between, I guess. Like I know we have like cupcakes that have the cupcake vending machine, sodas, like, and we have like for snacks as well. But
Yeah.
I don't really think we have vending machines that have hot dogs, burgers, fries, pizza,
No, there
uh,
aren't that many. Not at all. No.
soup, pasta, noodles, bananas. We don't really have any machines that contain milk and clothing items like hats and umbrellas and stuff like that. We don't have anything like that, like
No. See,
here
and
in
that's
the
why.
U.S.
Right. Well, that's why the in Japan it has the diversity of so many different items that you can purchase through
Right.
a vending machine.
Oh,
Because
I forgot. We also have water vending machines. I forgot about that.
yeah, you do have water. Well, and then don't forget you have those multiple vending machines in what do they call it? Oh, in gas stations. I've seen them. Yeah. So gas stations, theaters, where you can purchase these mixture of different drinks and things from the vending machine, and
Right. Mm-hmm.
yeah, all these different weird colors and different flavors. Like I've seen somebody buy a Coke root beer before. Then there's like uh, a Fanta lemonade, and there's like a Fanta Pepsi, and yeah, just so many weird combos you can
Yeah,
purchase.
like when I was saying there is a cupcake vending machine,
hmm
it's not really throughout the U.S. It's only really available at California, unfortunately.
Right. Well, I know two friends that live in the Japan area. One of them lives actually in Tokyo. His name is Tokyo Gaijin. That's what he goes by when we play on Jet Nerdy on Saturday nights. And he says you're not going to starve if you have money on you. You would pretty much find a vending machine anywhere you go. And if you're starving, you could probably get a whole meal from either one or two vending machines in the area where you're driving. So you don't
Pretty
even have to
much.
go into a bar or anything, or restaurant. Because it's all available right there for you. And
Mm-hmm.
affordable, like, soup and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Pretty much.
I wouldn't mind moving to Japan.
I wouldn't mind either, but like I said, I it's one of the hardest languages to learn, and I'd
Oh,
rather
yeah.
just use
22.
use an app on my phone to read and read the language and
Don't they have a
what's
book?
the word I'm looking for? Translate for me.
Translate. That's it. Yeah. Don't they have I thought that at one time they used to have a book for dummies that didn't know how to speak Japanese. Now they have an audio book and they have an audio app. So you can actually put the app in your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to Japan, if they're speaking to you, the app, it works like Siri or Alexa. It picks up on the inflection and the accent and generally all the Japanese words, putting them in reasonable sentences so then you can read what the person said to you, and then you can respond in kind, and it will put all of that into Japanese for them, so they'll be like, oh, okay, and that's what you need. So yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of cool.
I've learned I learned really quickly uh, uh that the word for uh foreigner, um don't use the word gaijin. It's offensive apparently in Japan.
Oh yeah. Well, I think
I
that's why Tokyo said it.
I
So
I learned that really quickly. Like, um, yeah, don't use that word over there
not
in
Gojin.
Japan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I don't mind so much here, but yeah, back there it's probably very offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does it
Yeah.
actually mean? I don't even know.
Foreigner.
Like, I don't. Oh, foreigner. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a.
So
I
it's
guess
insulting the foreigners if you call them gaijin, I guess. I guess. I don't know. Weird. Did you watch a lot of you and Moira? Did you watch a lot of the Dragon Ball Z and then all of the way they had it translated, from Japanese language anime into English? Did you watch a lot of that growing up, or?
Yeah, I watch. I'm pretty much a big Dragon Ball fan. I watched Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super.
That's right.
Yeah.
You did a lot of that, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I told you. Even my niece was Monique. She's been to two of them now. She's been to two of those comic cons where she's dressed up as an anime character. The first time she dressed up as a character from Sailor Moon, and I forget what she said she dressed up as the second time. It was one of the other, what do they call them, Kentai or something like that. One of those Kentai. So, yeah, she loves those things. She loves to go to those things.
Mm-hmm.
I never been to it.
My last movie that I saw was Dragon Ball Superhero. And yeah, I can't wait to see the new TV series of Dragon Ball Daima coming out later this fall. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm definitely gonna watch that.
Who's your favorite Dragon Ball Z character of all time?
Oh,
mine is Goku. I'm a Goku guy.
I'm stuck between Goku and Vegeta, really.
That would be logical. That would be logical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely Goku. I'm the underdog. I'm the man that just gets beat up on stuff all the time. That's definitely me. Most people choose Goku.
Of course.
Yeah.
How they could not be.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Moira, what about you? Are you Goku or Team Goku or?
Nope.
No, she doesn't really watch that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not any good at this conversation.
She's not really anime fan.
I know just enough that when I saw Henry Cavill dressed like an anime character, I sent it to her.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew that much.
She showed a picture of Henry Cavill cosplaying as Goku.
Yep.
Yeah.
The wig and everything. I was like, yep, that's right up her alley, and sent it to her.
Wow.
I'm like,
Henry Cavill.
I know.
That's hard to believe. Wow.
Yeah, if she has it handy, you can share the screen. It's pretty funny.
I wouldn't mind seeing that if you have it available.
I'm getting it.
Okay.
Boom. Henry Cavill as Goku.
Oh my god!
It's Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Rose.
Oh my! Wow!
I saw that and I was like, "Wow! I gotta send this to her." I immediately thought,
yes.
I saw it.
But he's got both of the wigs on, right? The red or the pink one, I guess, is when he gets angry and he gets powerful.
No. Okay, so this one right here is Super Saiyan. God
okay, that's
Blue,
his Super Saiyan, right? Okay,
Super Saiyan God Blue transformation, and
right.
this is Super Saiyan Rose right here.
Rose, wow. So both are Super Saiyan, but he's got a turquoise and the other one is rosé. Yeah.
Blue and pink, I guess you can say.
It looks it
Yeah.
looks turquoise to me, so I don't know.
Yep.
When Monique showed a picture of her in the Sailor Moon outfit, she like had the whole wig, blue wig, and all the and the full dress out and the skirt and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, I think the closest I came, to any sort of Comic Con was for, like I said, for James Bond. I ended up going to when I was living still back in Arizona, we went to the Arizona Science Center, and I spent 6.5 hours there, and I ended up getting a card that identifies me as an official James Bond fan, um, worldwide fan. I answered every single quiz question they asked about James Bond in the museum itself. So then I got a special honorary badge for that. And I also told them that I owned every film, which was true. I still own every film now. And, so I'm not only a fan, but I played GoldenEye, so I'm officially a gamer of James Bond. And I'm an official consultant of James Bond literature and folklore and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't feel that knowledgeable though, but I have it all. I mean, they told me, you're official. If somebody had to come up to you and ask you what would be the best Bond film to start with, oh, that's easy. Goldfinger. Start the franchise with Goldfinger, then go back, then do Dr. No, then do From Russia with Love, then go ahead and do Thunderball and onward. But always start first with Goldfinger. It's the quintessential Bond. Yeah. And they say, they tell me, is that how you start with Connery? Yes. And they say, well, what about Roger Moore? Oh, that's easy. Go with the man with the golden gun. Not a lot of people get killed in that, and he's matched up against, at that time, the best assassin in all of the world, which is, played by the wonderful Christopher Lee. So I say, yeah, that's the movie. And then you go back to Live and Let Die, and then move on from there. So that would be your Roger Moore era. Yeah.
All
and
right.
then so on. Yeah.
Hello, Milton. I don't think James Bond is a real person. Just saying it, just putting it out there. I don't think he's real like Goku.
Okay, well, actually, James Bond is, he's actually comes from 3 different sources. One is a book about the West Indies, about birds in the West Indies, which was a favorite book of Ian Fleming, who read it. And he took the author of that book, named James Bond, as a pseudonym for his spy. Fleming also knew a buddy of his in World War II that worked for naval intelligence. And he used his buddy as the background for James Bond. And Ian Fleming himself was a guy who would go out, party, mingle, public relations, but he was also a spy. So he used all of that and built James Bond, the character, the persona, from those backgrounds, from those resources. I think the one with the birds in the West Indies is my favorite, because that was his book at his place in Jamaica called GoldenEye, which ended up being the Pierce Brosnan film. So if you want Brosnan era, GoldenEye obviously is your movie, and if you want Roger Craig, actually go with Skyfall, his third one, and then just go back to the beginning and go that way.
All right.
Yeah. Those are your best choices if you really like, because there are a lot of people. The greatest thing about James Bond is they are officially 62 years old as of this year. And so that's 6 decades of, great Bond movies and so forth. Some not so good, but, most of them are pretty well done. And most people nowadays fall into one of those decades. So for me, it was more of the 1970s. I was more of a growing up Roger Moore fan because I'd seen The Saint, on BBC late at night, and then, where he came from, and then he did, James Bond. But my dad introduced me to Sean Connery before, because he says, well, it's not just about Roger Moore, Mike. It's Mikey. It's about the, Sean Connery, the man who started it all. I said, oh, okay. So when they were in syndication and those movies came out, on early beta disc, such, my dad would buy them and we'd watch them, or they'd be on TV and we'd watch them with edit, with commercials. So, yeah.
Milton says, so I'm right about James Bond. Not a real person, just multiple people.
Correct, Milton. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it comes from multiple sources. Yeah, it's not just one person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right about that. One of the best cars I got to see there was obviously the DB5, which they first showed in From Russia with Love. And then they had the Jaguar, which Pierce Brosnan was chasing the Japanese guy that was in it, or Korean guy that was in it. The North Korean Zhao that was in the Jaguar that was chasing his car. And the Jaguar had a built-in machine gun turret right on the top, automatic, and all the stuff. And I was like, I got to see some of those cars. I thought that was so cool. Can't touch them though. They won't even like your hand gets close.
And they're super expensive.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to Mikey, what did you think about this season of X-Men 97?
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I did a review after you were graciously, we saw the last 2 episodes. And so I did a webcam about the entire season. I gave it a 9.55, I believe, out of 10 for the whole season. And I gave it an A grade. I think I went from A- to an A. So, because then there were some things that filled in later on for me. I just had to rewatch it a little bit, but yeah. Mm-hmm. But I loved it. And I'm not. I can honestly say that I'm not a very huge anime guy. Like, I don't watch a lot of animated stuff. But I thought that with the CGI and the plot and the storyline, it complemented fine, and everything was great. And I loved it. And I'm really on my edge, like you ladies are too, with the cliffhanger. I'm like, okay, so they got separated into 2 different time zones, and
pretty much.
And
so
one of them's Apocalypse.
Most of the X-Men, excluding Forge, Julie, Sunspot, and Storm, there were transported to 3000 BC, where they encountered a young Apocalypse.
Right.
In the future, in 3960 AD, that Cyclops and Jean were transported to the future, where they met their young son, Nathan. Hashtag Cyclops.
Cable?
I mean, Cable. Not Cable. Sorry.
Cable.
Right. Cable. Yeah.
So
Cable.
only 2 of them. So only Jean Grey and Scott, Cyclops, made it there, but the remainder all made it to 3000 BC with Apocalypse.
Yeah, the remainder, exception with Storm, Forge, Jubilee, and Sunspot, they were transported to 3000 BC in Egypt, where a young Apocalypse is. Jean and Cyclops were transported in 3960 AD, where they met their, young preteen
Nathan. Cable.
Yeah.
And what about
preteen Nathan / Cable?
And who was still left on Earth? Like
the ones that are still left on Earth is Storm. We don't know what really happened to her. We only saw her falling down into the ocean and
So
stuff like
she's still
that,
alive somewhere. Yeah.
supposedly.
And then who are the other two
And then
gentlemen?
we see Forge, Jubilee, and Sunspot um, still in present day, and
Right.
Bishop came back from the
And Bishop came back.
future
Yeah.
to the past. And
Wow.
yeah, just like in the original series, this is the first time Bishop and Forge are meeting, and
Yeah.
because if you see in the original series, they were like quite familiar with each other. So in
Huh.
this series, they're just meeting for the first time, and Bishop is telling Forge like, we are friends. I know you," and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of left off on a cliffhanger, kind of. So I definitely excited what's gonna come next. I do know it's somewhat closely related to the 90s comics, which I
Yeah.
never read. I would like to, if possible, read uh read that, but not too
Yeah.
much to the point I'm totally caught up though. Just some of
Yeah.
it.
Just some of it. Unfortunately, I missed after we were done, and there was a post credit scene. I missed that. What was the post credit scene?
The post credit scene was a present day apocalypse at the destroyed Genosha,
Ah,
picking up Gambit's burned out card,
wow.
quoting that so many mutants or his children have died.
Oh, wow. So that was the post scene. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Must have
Which I was
something to do
really,
with Bishop.
I wasn't really expecting. That was kind of like a little, it was like a really sweet extra scene.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know when season 2 will come out.
Somebody says a year. I've heard a couple things about
I
they say it's been a
heard
year.
between either 2025 or 2026, but somewhere between there.
Right, somewhere there. Yeah, because I heard it's already been greenlit for a second season. So we know there will be a
Yes,
second season. We just don't know when it's going to
right,
be put out there. Right.
right. It might be next year, for all we know.
That'd be cool. Well, I'll be there with you. Just, I'd love to find out what happened with them in Apocalypse, and
Yeah,
yeah.
like how they're how they were transported into
Right?
the past and the
Yeah,
future.
yeah.
With some of because the team is split
Did,
in half. We have
yeah,
one
did you?
team. We have
Yeah,
one team in 3000 BC in Egypt. We
right,
have another the duo team in the future,
right.
and then the rest of the team is in the
Are in the
present.
middle, right? Are in present
Yes.
day. Yeah. Did you and Moira ever watch the movie, the live action X-Men Apocalypse? Did you ever watch that one?
No, I have not.
Oh,
I haven't really watched that, to be
yeah. Now
honest.
that is a great movie. I did like. We both did. See, then I have seen it. We're trying to get the DVD. We're right now we have X-Men First Class, and then we have the three original X-Men movies: X-Men, X-Men 2, and X-Men 3: The Last Stand. So we have those, and then like I said, First Class we have, and then we have Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine with Hugh Jackman. We're trying to get Logan, which is the last one that he did before this Deadpool thing. Then we're supposed to get. We're trying to get the first two Deadpool movies also.
Right.
So, and then there's X-Men Apocalypse. There's X-Men Dark Phoenix, and there is what's the other one?
Right. Like
X-Men Days of Future Past. Yeah. Then there's X-Men Days of Future Past. So those are
I
like the
have
other things we're trying to get.
I have X-Men and X2 and X-Men: The Last Stand on
Yeah.
physical disc. I have seen X-Men Origins Wolverine,
Right.
the Wolverine,
Yeah.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
Oh, you have seen.
Um,
Okay.
I have not seen X-Men First Class. Haven't seen X-Men Apocalypse, Logan, uh, Dark
Or
Phoenix,
Dark Phoenix. Right.
and
Yeah.
I think also the New Mutants as well.
Oh, yeah, the New Mutants series. Right. No, I haven't seen that. So,
No,
yeah.
I haven't seen
The
that.
New Mutants, yeah, the New Mutants was supposed to be spinning off from when Logan dies out in the middle of where they are near the Canadian border or something like that. So when the mutants go off, they're supposed to continue where that movie Logan left off, and they're supposed to go from there. That's the New Mutants, as far as I know. But yeah, I haven't seen them myself, so yeah,
Right. I haven't seen it. But yeah, those are the only movies that I haven't seen related to the X-Men, really.
right, right,
The rest I have seen. I don't really the ones that I haven't really um gotten with the later X-Men movies, I really haven't really got them on physical disc as of yet.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of hard to say, because I've heard someone tell me that Avengers versus X-Men is supposed to be the next stage of development. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I don't think that will. Not for a really long time.
I honestly do not know. We did see like somewhat of a snippet of that with Rogue
Right in the final
and,
episode. Right. Yeah.
and
We did.
Rogue and not the final episode. It was early episodes with
Oh, okay.
Rogue going off with she was after Gambit died. She pretty
Yeah.
much was want to find um Oliver Trask,
Right.
and she encountered a Captain America. A little bit of a scuffle, a little bit, and she threw his shield way off in the distance in the wilderness. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so we did see a little snippet of that. Oh, speaking of which, in X-Men '97, we saw a lot of cameos in that series. Let's see, we
We
got
did.
Silver Samurai,
Yeah.
Daredevil, Cloak and Dagger,
Yeah.
Black Panther,
Yeah.
Iron Man, Captain America.
Yeah.
Um, I think we
So what do you think of
saw
the? Yeah.
um,
So what
I
do you think of the cameos? I thought they were cool. I liked where they had some cameos of the Avengers and stuff. I thought it was cool. It
we saw,
didn't have to contribute to the story as much as what the X-Men were going through. So,
mhm.
but they were a focal point at different spots of the
we
series, and I thought that was
saw
cool. Yeah.
we
So
saw Archangel.
yes.
Um, let's see here. We saw Forge, which is part of the
Yeah.
X Factor.
Sure.
Um, who,
Well, we've
who
already seen. Here's the thing. Here's my take on it. My theory. We've already seen that Avengers and X-Men can actually share the same space. So we can also say that they're in the same kind of universe. Now, this had only been done so far uh, animated. But who's to say that down the line, Faye might get the idea, once he gets enough approval, he might be able to bring all of those characters into, from their multiple universes into one big universe and do it as live action. And
right,
that is very possible because he's already proved he can fit them all in the same animated universe. He just has to be able to bring them together and find the right people to play the roles, right? For
right.
live action.
Let's see. We saw Big Guy, which is also part of the X Factor team.
Yeah.
We saw Archangel. I think I already said that.
Yeah.
Psylocke. Um,
Right.
then I think we also saw. Let's see. I think we saw some of the members of Alpha Flight as well.
Oh yeah. Right. Alpha Flight. Right.
Mm-hmm. Wolverine's old
Oh,
teammates.
out outfit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. We
But
saw
Mike,
people.
like, here's the conundrum. We
Okay.
know what happened to Apocalypse at the original X-Men animated series, and all the psychics, pretty much, ended that little that big battle with Apocalypse, and Xavier pretty much said the end of time for you. Then
Right.
how did then my question is, how is he back? if his if it,
That's a good. That
if
is a
his
great. Yeah.
if
That is
his
a great
little
question.
preserve rejuvenation coffin was or tomb was destroyed.
Yeah. Well, they have.
The thing I can think of is that
Well, they have Dark Fate.
they really thought they destroyed the
Well, yeah.
rejuvenation.
You haven't seen. Right. You haven't seen X-Men Apocalypse, the live action, and I
Right.
have. So
Okay.
I don't want to give away any spoilers.
Okay.
But what I can-
I'm just going off with the X-Men animated series, not the really
Oh,
the movie.
sure. No, I mean this is why. This is why he's back.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know.
This
I
is
guess
why.
I have to watch that, but all I know is,
What you need to do is watch is get X-Men Apocalypse and watch it.
okay.
Then you need to watch right after it. You need to watch X-Men Dark Phoenix. And then there is Dark Fate.
Wait. Like, are you saying those movies are tied into the X-Men animated series?
They are.
Oh,
They are.
okay.
This is why Apocalypse is back. But like I said, you have to watch X-Men Apocalypse and then watch X-Men Dark Phoenix. And both those movies should explain to you why Apocalypse has come back and why they have been blasted into this, 3000 BC Egypt, with
Okay. I'm just gonna go off with, I guess I'll have to watch those, but I'm just gonna go off. I'm just gonna go off what I know from the animated series.
Yeah.
They destroyed his rejuvenation tomb.
Yes.
Or I guess what they thought was they thought they destroyed. I guess he had like a backup, or they just didn't go further back in time to destroy it.
They didn't go further enough back in time because remember they, like I said,
which is obvious.
Apocalypse yet, so
which is obvious because from what we saw from the last episode from X-Men 97, that Apocalypse is, of course, we see a very young
he's
Apocalypse.
He's a younger Apocalypse.
Or in other words, and his other name is Ebensaur. So we see a really young Ebensaur / Apocalypse, and you see the I guess when the prime state of Egypt was, and you see the palace, and it looks really much like the
well, I'll tell you this much.
Apocalypse base that you see in the present day in the animated series.
Right. I hope this doesn't ruin it for you at the beginning of it, but what basically they do is they'll go further just a little bit to where Apocalypse, he's still ruling the known world or Egypt at the time, and then he's undone by a coup, and the coup gets him killed, and then he ends up in a tomb, and then his tomb is discovered all these years later, which lead to him coming back to power because because Magneto and some people find him and bring him back, and then he gets together. That's how he's able to get together the Four Horsemen, which they described in the X-Men '97 series back then, because he had those Four Horsemen that he gathered together to rule the world. So that's all in X-Men Apocalypse, like I said, and then I don't want to tell you much more because you'll find out what happened
Like,
to him and everything.
like, I'm wondering who send the X-Men to the past and two of them into the future. Could it be Apocalypse is doing? Could be.
It could be. Yeah,
yes, it could be possible.
Well, it was, don't forget, it was Jean Grey. It was Jean Grey who revealed in X-Men '97 she was Dark Phoenix. We've already seen that movie. We've seen the live action. We saw how she became Dark Phoenix. Because the first three movies, and then eventually over time, the other movies led to her becoming Dark Phoenix. And she was supposed to be better than Apocalypse. So maybe that is Apocalypse doing, that he purposefully sent them, probably the one or two people that could destroy him, and sent them further in the future with Cable. And the rest of them, including Xavier, are all sent back to the past, to Egypt. Because don't forget, Apocalypse wanted total power. And one of the few ways he could get it was through Professor X, with his mind, mental, and the other way, through Magneto. So Apocalypse needs Professor X and Magneto back where he is. That's why I'm sure of it. That's probably why they're back there in Egypt. And the only two that could kill him are further along. So, yeah.
Right. Milton says Avengers and X-Men are in the same universe. It's already been established. Spider-Man is in the same universe. And it's been a lot of crossovers, basically, with Deadpool involved. Yes.
Amen.
Yes. We also did see, in terms of cameos, we also did see Spider-Man, also Peter Parker and Mary Jane. Now, here's an interesting, question.
Yeah.
Was this during Mary Jane was still around, or was this after?
That was a good question. Somebody asked me that too.
I don't really know.
I really don't want to say who it was, but somebody asked me.
Because you remember Spider-Man's the '90s Spider-Man animated series.
Well, there is a there is a Spider-Man. Well, okay, there is a Spider-Man where Spider-Man and Mary Jane are officially, they're no longer a couple,
right?
And then there's a universe where they're actually still together, but it's not Spider-Man and Mary Jane. It's Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy. Then there's another one where Spider-Man is with Mary Jane and they got married, but then Mary Jane either divorced him or she dies or something happens to her, and that's in another multiverse of the multiverses.
Yes.
So
if you remember in Spider-Man animated series, she we thought she disappeared, and Spider-Man was like looking for her. He thought that he found her, but it was just actually a water clone of Mary Jane.
Right.
And so Mary Jane was most likely transported to another universe. Which one, we don't know. No. It wasn't really, really explored further upon in the Spider-Man animated series, unfortunately. So seeing Peter Parker and Mary Jane in that one scene in X-Men '97, I'm like wondering, is it during the time when Mary Jane is still around, or was this after when Spider-Man finally found Mary Jane? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know either. It's hard to say because, well, here's something that'll blow your mind, which I found out just recently. Thanos, who appeared to the Avengers and so forth. He was supposed to be the big guy. Well, Thanos has a tie-in with three other supervillains.
Mm-hmm.
One is Death, because he was, friends with Lady Death. Lady Death was tied in with Apocalypse back before Thanos in Egypt. Okay, Lady Death. Then you had also, not just Thanos, you had, what's his name? The one guy, Darkseid. Darkseid was friends with Thanos. So that means that the MCEU and the DCU come together because of villains. The villains bring them all together. So, and then don't forget, not only Apocalypse, Thanos, Darkseid, but then you got Galactus, who runs everything. Galactus is supposed to be the ultimate evil, and he
Right.
has ties
The
into
world
every
here.
single right, and Galactus has ties into every single one I just mentioned. Thanos,
Right.
Lady
So
Death,
if you
yeah,
it was really nice to see a little bit of a crossover with
yes,
with X-Men with Spider-Man.
yes,
If you remember back in '98 with Spider-Man the animated series, you see a
yeah,
crossover with Spider-Man and the X-Men. Um,
yes,
yeah, so that was like a really good. So seeing that just a little bit in X-Men '97 was
yeah.
really a good homage in my
And,
opinion.
and and what we're seeing, don't forget, I don't know if you've seen The Flash, but The Flash went through different multiverses. Then there was Doctor Strange with the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, we saw
He went
Doctor
through it,
Strange.
right?
In terms of cameos, we saw Doctor Strange,
Yeah, multiverse.
Quicksilver, Scarlet Silver, Polaris.
Yeah, and
Um,
then you saw with the one where there was, I guess it was No Way Home, where you had the three different Spider-Mans from three different universes. You had the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
no, I'm talking about the X-Men '97 series. We saw
Well, I'm just talking
in
about the movies.
term of cameos. We saw Quicksilver,
Yes.
Scarlet Witch, and Polaris. Um,
Well, that's the great thing about it, Raquel, is that not only does the animated series prove to you that they can all exist, they all coexist in the same universe, but both, I mean, both, universes, but also if you watch some of these recent movies, like I said, with The Flash, The Multiverse of Madness,
mhm.
the most recent Spider-Man that brought all three Spider-Mans together because Spider-Man was known, and he wanted not to be known anymore, but then he would lose his, girlfriend, Mary Jane, and his best friend, and yeah. So I mean,
Right.
everything is brought together, and now what's supposed to happen is Deadpool and Wolverine are going to tie both universes even more tighter together through crossovers, including
Right.
Cable is supposed to make an appearance. Oh, and by the way, somebody said that Blade was supposed to make an appearance too. So like there's like all this conglomeration of universe of all these superheroes and heroines, and they're all going to come together. And this next movie is supposed to start to bring more of that together. So
Well, I'm pretty excited to see the Deadpool Wolverine movie. I'm hoping
I
um,
hope
Wolverine versus Wolverine mask, even it's for 5 minutes. I'm pretty
even if he wears it
satisfied with that.
right, right. If he's
Um,
dressed up in full yellow in his full outfit with his mask on and he's fighting Deadpool or they're fighting alongside each other that way, perfect. I love it. If
mhm.
you can get him in it for 10 minutes, I'll be happy. I'll be
Yep,
totally happy if you can do it for 10
pretty
minutes.
much. So since I can't wait for season 2 of X-Men '97. I've loved the
I'm
first season,
excited.
and I can't wait for the second season to come out. And since has done so well, people are saying this is how what fans want. This is Marvel. I pretty much agree with you with that.
Well,
And
this has a lot
people
to do. Yeah.
and people are like saying we should uh we should get the a comeback
Yes.
of 98 Spider-Man. And I say, hell
Yes.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, because that pretty
yeah,
much was on with the animated with the original series. That was pretty much left on a cliffhanger.
yeah. And I'm still hearing rumors that Nicolas Cage, even though he may not play the next Superman, he is going to be a Marvel character, or not Marvel, sorry. He's going to be a DC character at some point. He hasn't really said yet, but he is supposed to be groomed for another DC character.
Hmm.
So my thought process is on this, uh, depending how well Deadman, or excuse me, depending on how well Deadpool and Wolverine does in the box office, could solely determine how well X-Men 97 when they do season 2, because Kevin Feige works with both films, so the film and the series. So I think if Deadpool and Wolverine, the third Deadpool, does really well, it's going to lead right to X-Men 97 with the situation with Apocalypse and with Cable with young Nathan, and it will be
Hmm.
perfect because it'll lead right into it. It'll just be like, this is another reason why opening the multiverses in the first place was a bad mistake. Because but it's a great mistake for all of us because we're such fans of both universes, Marvel and
Hmm.
DC. We're like, yes. We're like, yes, get them all together. Fight against each other if you have to, or fight against one common enemy, like you had a Thanos, and you know, like all the DC fought against, Dark Side, and um, the main rumor, which still is holding true so far, is that both universes, when Faye and the other group brings them all together, they're fighting Galactus. Galactus is the biggest villain of the entire universe. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I haven't been this excited for a Marvel and possible DC crossover like Deadpool and Wolverine in a long time. I'm so excited for it. And it's going to stay rated R. So those evil people over at Disney did not get their way and bring it down to a stupid PG-13 or anything. This is going to be a rated R film. And that's the
Hmm.
way it should be. And only adults, anybody 18 and above, should be allowed to see it. Not the little kids. No. Wait till they get older, then they can see it. But I'm totally fine with that. I am totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would like to get my hands on a physical, a complete series on physical disc of 98 Spider-Man, because you can't, like, as of now you can't get a complete
You
series
can't find it
set
anywhere, man.
for
Yeah, it's
Spider-Man.
26 years old. It's 26 years old, the series we're talking about here. It's
Yeah.
it's very hard to find. Well, it's just like
You can get X-Men and Iron Man, but in terms of Spider-Man and the also, you can also get Fantastic Four as well,
yeah,
back
right.
in the 90s and stuff like that.
Sure,
But in terms of the Hulk and Spider-Man, there is no complete physical disc of an
right?
entire series, and like
Right.
that's just freaking ridiculous. And
No.
you should,
Wait,
like, because from what I'm hearing in terms of Spider-Man, Fox has the rights to Spider-Man.
yes. But Fox is owned by Disney, isn't it?
I don't know if they are.
It is. That's what Suzanne just said. Yeah, Fox and Disney
Okay.
are owned by
Yeah.
each other.
Like,
Yeah.
so Fox, Disney, please release a full complete set of
Right.
98 Spider-Man. Come on now. Come on. It's been
Well,
time.
what they need to do, but here's the thing: what Disney needs to do is start selling off
Mhm.
their stock because they are going under. They've got it. They're trying to make the deal. Remember, with Paramount, with Warner Brothers, with Skydance, all of these different companies. And if they can give up ownership of Fox, there you go. Then you can get all of that Spider-Man stuff out to the public.
And the Incredible Hulk as well, of
And
course.
Incredible Hulk as well.
I mean,
Yes.
you can watch the entire series of Spider-Man 98 on Disney Plus, but I would like to, like, actually get the physical
Right.
uh
Right. I own the
itself.
last. We own the last Incredible Hulk. This goes from way back. This is when it was Bill Bixby, and we own the final episode. It became a 2-hour movie, and it was the final episode of the original Incredible Hulk, and it tells how Incredible Hulk died, and we have that movie. So like, we have that. We've got every single Avengers film, including the one where Ruffalo becomes Professor Hulk or Smart Hulk, at the end. So we have all of those movies. I mean, we have every one of those Avenger films, which is so awesome. And I'm like, they need to bring out more of the Spider-Man from '98 on. And it's really hard to find. I mean,
it's hard to for far as I know, there is no complete physical disc of Spider-Man '98 and the Incredible Hulk, as far as I know.
Well, that's what we need. Well, here's something interesting too. At one time, I owned a copy. I'll just go back to James Bond for just a moment. I owned a copy at one time of Never Say Never Again. That was the last one that Sir Sean Connery did as James Bond. It also introduced Kim Basinger to Hollywood as a Bond girl, played Domino. Now, that movie at one time was considered non-canon because Connery went on his own with a guy named Kevin McClory. They wanted to do a modern 80s version of Thunderball, so they went back and redid the whole storyline, but just put it into a more modern context. And so what happened was, for a long time, and this movie came out in 1983, it came out around the same time. There's only a few months difference because Roger Moore did Octopussy in 1983. So both movies made an agreement. Well, basically, Moore and Connery made an agreement. Hey, we won't impede on each other's movies. We'll still have them, but we won't have it to where they cross over and do anything. It's just they're going to be two separate Bond films, which is the way it turned out. Okay, now we accelerate about 30, 35 years later, and we find out that people at Eon Productions said, well, that was Connery's last film, but even though it wasn't tied into our production company, most of the people, the fans are the main thing, with James Bond. So the fans themselves said, yes, that movie, Never Say Never Again, should be canon. And a majority of the people, both at Eon and the company that did that movie originally, all said yes. So officially, that would be the 27th or 26th Bond film, and you can't find it anywhere. You can't find it anywhere. Never Say Never Again is like, it's like disappeared off the map. It's weird. I mean, the movie is 41 years old, and it's gone. Like, you can barely find it anywhere. The only one you can probably find is a parody film, which came out in 1967, like 2 years after I was born. And it has Henry Mancini's soundtrack on it. And that's the one that features, it's a parody of James Bond. It's called Casino Royale. And it features 3 different Bonds. It has Peter Sellers, David Niven, and Woody Allen is American Bond. And the official one is Niven, and then you have Sellers, who's more of like a French kind of Bond or something. But that's the only movie nowadays. You could download that movie, and you can find it from Amazon, I think. But you can't find this Never Say Never Again. I've looked. I can't find it anywhere. And now that most people, fan-wise, fandom and around the world have all accepted it, even the official JamesBond.com website accepted it as Bond canon, you can't find it. I'm so upset. I don't know what else to do. I've tried to find it. Yeah. So I'm hoping if anybody out there has a copy of Never Say Never Again, I'll buy it from you. I will. I'll save up money. I'll do whatever I can possible, but we'll get that copy.
Yeah, just make sure, if someone does have a copy please don't set it as an outrageous amount of price.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, don't go crazy. I mean,
yeah,
it's an old film. Come on, it's 41
no,
years old.
yeah, don't go crazy with the
Yeah,
price.
don't go crazy. Send it at
Because
a sensible price.
that's what gets me. You want to sell this product, sell an item of
Yeah,
said product. Let's say it's like out of print or exclusive.
sure.
If we put too high a price on it, you're not gonna get any offers for
Mm,
people to buy the item. It has to be like a certain reasonable price.
mm,
That it's still pricey, but more reasonable.
yeah. Well, it's like a movie that I recently, thank God, I found on YouTube online. It's a movie that was done 30 years ago this year. Just celebrated its 30th anniversary. It's called Showdown. It's actually kind of a remake in some way of The Karate Kid, but it has Billy Blanks in it instead of Miyagi instead of Pat Morita, um, and it has a guy named Ken Scott. He's a kid that's being picked on at school. They filmed the entire movie around the Phoenix area. It was one of the last films they did in Arizona itself, and I'm in the film. I'm in there, and I couldn't find a copy to save my life for the longest time. I mean, because when they had it on TV, it was edited, and I showed it to my parents and my cousins and everybody. They pointed us out, yo, there you are, and all this. Yeah, so I couldn't find a copy for the longest time. And then finally, about a few years ago on YouTube, I came across it, and I said, oh, there I am, and there's my scenes, and as an extra in it and everything. And I'm sitting next to the eventual stars of the movie, and yeah, it's funny. And I mean, I pointed out all the places I was at and where I filmed at and everything. And yeah. Oh, Milton says I might be able to get it for you for $1 million. And they had a Mr. Bond. Oh, Milton. Oh, Milton. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, the movie is called Showdown. It's part of my playlist if you can find it. Um, it
Hmm.
has me in there way back when I was 30 years younger. Oh, God, imagine. I'm 50. I'm going to be 59 this year, and back then I was 29. It's like, I didn't
Milton
know any better.
says I might be able to get it for you for $1 million in head of Mr. Bond.
And a Mr. Bond. It's,
Hmm. Um. No. There's a game I'm really excited to. Hopefully, it'll come out this year. It's
yeah.
Wolf Among Us 2.
Okay.
Um. It was supposed to come out last year. There were layoffs and stuff like that.
Oh,
So it was pushed back for this year.
oh, okay.
Um, but from what I'm hearing, um, from what I'm hearing and reading right now, uh, so
Oh,
it was announced on Twitter um, that the work of Wolf Among Us 2 may be in, may indicate the imminent announcement of a new release date for the game, which might take place during the upcoming Summer Game Fest scheduled for
oh.
next month. So,
Well,
so
don't forget there was a lot of game releases that were suspended because of the latest, uh, the strike that they had last year, and a
right.
lot of items were
So,
affected. So
so,
yeah, you might
so
you might find that some of your recent gaming platforms and things like that, new games that are coming out are suspended for a certain amount of time.
from uh, from what I'm reading right now, is still in development.
Yeah.
So it might be a possibility. It will be for next month during
Oh, good.
the upcoming Summer Game Fest. It
Right.
might be announced. It will have a new release date, so it might be pushed back to 2025.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's really the case or not. I'm hoping it's not because it was slated for this year, but if it
Yes.
is pushed back to 2025, then
Hmm.
I guess that's how it's gonna be. I guess.
I guess
Um,
so.
yeah,
I
I
wanted
can
to
wait.
ask. Yeah.
I can wait with it. I can wait. I see. The original Wolf Among Us
Mm,
game came out. Oh, it's been so long.
yeah.
Um, it came out in 2013.
Wow.
So it's
That's a
been that
long
long.
time.
It's been that long.
Yeah, 11 years is a long time. Yeah. Well, I
No,
wanted to
13
ask you.
years.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you, Raquel and Moira.
Yeah.
Like I said, Suzanne and I we're really excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. So,
Hmm.
but is that really the only good movie left this year? In our opinion, we think it is, but there could be one or two other films out there that might
Well,
not
let's.
quite reach, but like might come close.
Yeah. Let's. I'll take a look. See.
Yeah,
Also, if you remember, um, from what we see in the trailer for GTA 6
yeah,
was in the around the holidays next year. Now they're saying the official release date is in the fall of 2020
uh,
25 2025.
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
So we'll just have to see about that, I guess.
yeah. We could
Um
take a look at that. Hey, Moira.
so
So, was there any other good films that you could see
movies.
besides? Was there any that you could see from the list that you looked through before, besides Wolverine and Deadpool, or Deadpool
I
and
would
Wolverine?
have to look at the list again.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
You see, Suzanne and I were paying attention when you two were looking for other films
Y'all
that were
paying more
coming
attention
out.
than I was. I'll have to go back and
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. Now, the one we just saw recently, like I said, Suzanne and I, we saw Civil War, which that was a pretty good post-apocalyptic, almost now situation, and it was a good indie film. I liked it, and we both did. So that was the latest thing we'd seen. But then, like I said, the next one is pretty much Deadpool and Wolverine, which is supposed to
let's
come out July 25th, I believe.
let's
Yeah,
see. There's if Imaginary Friend starring Ryan Reynolds. You
yeah.
got
Imaginary
you
Friend is
got Mad
Marshall's
Max, Furiosa.
Furiosa, yeah, yeah.
Garfield was good. Um,
Garfield was okay, sure.
hmm uh, see on Disney Plus, there is going to be a documentary about Jim Henson, Idea Man.
Ooh, that should be interesting.
Next month will be Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Yeah.
Inside Out 2, Ultraman Rising on Netflix.
Hmm.
Um,
The only reason I can think of Bad Boys coming out is that both Martin Lawrence and it's still the same guys, right? Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I think they ran out of money.
Blue Lock the movie, which is anime.
Yeah,
July, Beverly Hills
Imaginary Friend.
Cop, Axel Alpha, Netflix,
Yeah,
Despicable Me 4. Let's see what else.
yeah. Suzanne is a huge fan
Um,
of horror films, so I believe Imaginary Friend is the one that she and I want to see next.
Transformers,
Horror.
High Moon, Twisters, Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Um, August. Let's see. Borderlands.
Borderlands might be good. That one does look pretty good. I've seen the trailer for that.
For
So.
Crow. September we have Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah,
Trans-
come on, Beetlejuice. Oh God, they brought back Michael Keaton.
Transformers 1. October we have Joker Filet
Second
Two,
Joker. Yes,
or
that looks
Joker
good.
2, or however you want
Yes.
to call it.
Yeah.
Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah.
November we have Gladiator 2, and then
Okay.
Wicked Part 1.
Okay.
December you have Craven the Hunter, Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohim.
The World of
Mufasa.
Rohan. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It says War of Rohim.
Oh, okay. That would be good.
Mufasa, The Lion King,
No, Lion King.
Sonic,
Oh, no.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and then Nosferatu, and that's pretty much it. I think those the movies that stand out to most to me,
Yeah, that
really.
stand out to you guys most. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are some movies, I would be interested in watching.
That are still, yeah. Of those, I believe Imaginary Friend is definitely one that Suzanne wants to see. And I said, yeah, I like horror, and and it looked good to us. So yeah, I believe Imaginary Friend would be next. Then Deadpool and Wolverine. And the one that you just said about Rohan, yeah, I've heard about that one, and I said, well, if
Rohim,
it's Lord
yeah.
of the Rings, we're definitely going to go see it because it's Lord of the Rings.
To be honest, I have not watched the Rings of Power TV series.
I haven't watched the Rings of Power, and somebody
I
said
haven't.
They don't. They
It,
said it sucks. I don't want to see. No, I want to see a
to
movie. I don't.
I would give it a try.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not really Tolkien's world. It's not really from
No.
the source material itself.
Sure.
That's my only dislike about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, I would, give it a try and stuff like that.
And I'm really interested in what they're going to do with James Bond moving forward. I keep hearing rumors that the next James Bond's going to go retro to where it's events that make him James Bond before Dr. No came out, where he's already established. So they want to do something retro to go back before that time.
Okay.
Barbara Broccoli herself has said that she wouldn't mind doing a retroactive series to appease most of the fans. And because a lot of people, it's like Milton said, James Bond comes from a conglomerate of multiple personalities. He's made up that way. But most fans that I talk to really do want to see an origin story. So if they can go back and do it effectively, I'm just saying that not just to make it, but to do it effectively and put it together and take like a number of years to make it, like 2027, I think, or somebody said at the most. I said, well, that's perfect. If you can make a movie like that goes retroactive back to where before he started, like after his parents die, and you recruit him for, SAS and so forth to get into the MI program and 007 program, that'd be perfect. It'd be like something out of Kingsman, except that it would be better than Kingsman because Kingsman came later. So I was like, if they can do that with James Bond, I'm all for it. I am. I'm all for it if they can go retro. Because to me, they've exhausted, and I talked about it before in a series I did last year on the James Bond franchise. This was just after No Time to Die had come out. I said that I would accept James Bond if for three things. It's got to be a male. He's got to be a Scotsman or British person, and he has to come from a not very well off background. He could come from a rich background, so that would be okay too. But he's got to have those three attributes, and then he's got to have some arrogance with him. He's got to have some I guess you would call it. He's got to be a womanizer. All of that.
Well, I think they can minimize the womanizing a little bit. But hey, you left out Irish though, because Pierce Brosnan's Irish.
Yeah,
and he
Well,
made
I
it
don't
work.
have a problem with Irish or Scottish.
Yeah, he said Scottish
just
or English. I'm like, hey, you're missing some aisles right in between on that.
yeah, sure you are. But like I said, what I'd be happy, like I said, what I'd be happy with ultimately is if Broccoli and Michael J. Wilson or G. Wilson, if Wilson and Broccoli both agree they can bring him back to a retro period just before Doctor No, and maybe they can do a few movies, not just one, but if they could do a few movies up leading up to Doctor No as a prequel thing, I'm for that. I definitely would. I would enjoy something like that if it's done right, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and not like No Time to Die. I'm so
No idea
disappointed
about
in
that.
that film. I really was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So
come on.
I didn't know about this. So do you know how the Train Your Dragon movies? There's going
Yeah,
to be a live action one coming up that just have
really.
done wrapped filming with
Yeah.
that.
Wow. I
And
didn't
I'm
know
like,
that.
wait, I didn't know about this.
I didn't either. Wow.
Mm-mm.
Cool. What's it again? I'm sorry. What is it again?
How You Train Your Dragon.
How you train? But they make it into a live action film,
Mm-hmm.
and it's done. Wow.
That just
I knew how the animated
wrapped
ones were. They were
filming
pretty good, but
with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Live action. That
You know,
should be
I didn't know about that uh,
yeah.
at all.
And then, like I said, I'm looking forward. Suzanne and I are both looking forward to this Lord of the Rings one that they plan on doing in the fall. Yeah, definitely. If it's done right, it's got to be a good movie. But I think I think it could be. I don't know if Peter Jackson's running it. I don't know for sure. I haven't really looked that far ahead, so I'm not quite sure. I hope he is to some extent. If he's an executive producer, I'm fine with that. Hire whatever director you want, Peter. But as long as you're a part of the project, that's all that I care about. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Yeah, but there aren't that many. Like I said, when you were naming off, I was like, there aren't that many that are good, that are good movies this year. It seems like just the well went dry,
Yep.
and they haven't, and they suspended a lot of movies. Don't forget, and moved a lot of things ahead. So, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it gives them more time to work on the other films. Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's some cutesy movie. It looks like called Robot Dreams.
Robot.
Yeah,
Dreams.
Robot Dreams.
I don't
What's
know.
that?
That reminds me of Electric Dreams. That was a movie way back in the day.
Electric
I've seen
Dreams?
that already. Electric Dreams, yeah. About are robots supposed to be able to dream?
I don't know. The
Machines are able
animation,
to dream?
the
Yeah.
animation style looks similar to Futurama a little bit.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Oh,
The way they draw
it
some of the
might be
robots.
decent. Yeah, it might be decent. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I saw this and I don't know what to think about it. Let me bring it up real quick. I saw it. Um,
Oh, this is interesting. The infographic show has terrifying secrets exposed that you should know.
let's see if I can find it real quick.
Okay.
But check amongst yourselves, while I'm finding it.
Well, I was going to ask Milton Knowles in the chat there if he has seen all the James Bond films, if he's seen every single one, including the parody film and from 1967 and the climax episode from 1954, which had Barry Nelson that played Bond, the first Bond, was on TV with Peter Lorre as Le Chiffre. And that was Casino Royale. That I found that on YouTube. That was cool. That was a nice TV episode of that. Black and white, of course, but yeah, it was cool. And like I said, we own all the films. The only thing that we don't have is Never Say Never Again. And I wish I had never got rid of that copy because so many people said, "Oh, it's non-canon. It has nothing to do with the original Bond concept or anything." Then later on, all the fans said, "Oh no, it is canon. It's a part of the Bond mystique, the Bond legacy, and it has Connery in it." And I said, "Oh, all right, you know." And I realized that they don't have the movie again, so I gotta find it again. I hope I do find a copy somewhere. And then what you do is you put it right next to Octopussy because both those movies, like I said, came out the same year in 1983. So one movie company had to agree with the other movie company, film them a few months apart so they don't run together, and then you have two different Bonds. That was the only time, the only year in the entire franchise that they had two Bonds going up against each other at the same time. Connery and Moore. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
There you are. Welcome back, Raquel. I asked
What?
Milton if he's seen all the Bond films himself. He hasn't answered me yet. I don't know. Yeah. It's what you need as a younger Bond is to go back into like I said, a retroactive prequel sequence of films to cover you up as an origin story up until you reach Doctor No. It's the only way to me. I mean, in my honest opinion, it's the only way you can go because you've already killed them off at the end of No Time to Die, and after that, who would you create? Who would be another Bond to replace Craig, who had already just gone, right? So I hope that they consider the option and the idea they can go retroactive and go with a prequel kind of deal. Like 3 movies or something like that. They don't even have to do a lot of movies. 3 would be fine. You could do 3 different prequel films at 3 different stages of his life, and the third one would lead right to Doctor No, right to it. It would just be perfect. Yeah, that would be perfect. I would love that. If only I could write for those guys over in Eon, and well, Eon doesn't exist anymore, but if I could write for those guys over there at MGM, say, "Oh, hey, this is the way it should be." Yeah. So what'd you find out, Raquel?
I'm trying to find it. Like, I thought I saved it on my bookmark, but I guess not.
Okay.
So I'm just like quickly looking for it.
Yeah, I just found out that my wife's birthday is a month from now, and it falls on Father's Day.
Sweet.
I know, right? I got 2 celebrations for her and for myself. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we did find out we'll make some money from taxes. We did our taxes and found out we'll make something. So we'll probably get something extra next month. And as I told my wife, I said, "Well, my mom and dad love you like a daughter-in-law and everything, and they, if they remember when your birthday is, they'll probably give you some nice little, compensatory gift and a nice, card and everything." And I said, "Oh, that would be nice." My mom and dad usually like to do that. Is they like to give us just a few funds, send up, and we get a difference back, a little bit more than what they give, here in Canada because of the exchange rate. So we usually use it just, for a nice dinner, or go out to a movie or something. So yeah, that'll be nice next month. This month's been tough. Last year was tough. Yeah, lots going on. But I appreciate you bringing me on board here tonight. This was a lot of fun. And Moira, are you resting? Are you okay? I just worry when people are on mute.
No. We're still here.
Yeah. No, I worry when some people are on mute. Moira, I'm just wondering if
From what
she's
I'm
okay.
hearing on YouTube, Johnny Depp supposedly is returning as Jack Sparrow. And he was shown it was shown that he was wearing the Jack Sparrow outfit
Again?
at Disneyland.
Wow.
What?
Now wait, what was the last? I'm sorry. Let me interrupt for just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last Pirates of the Caribbean? It was Stranger Tides, right? That was the last one he did as Jack Sparrow.
Let's see. Pirates of the Caribbean film.
Yeah, I think it was called Stranger Tides. Or was it Dead Men Tell No Tales? I think it was Stranger Tides.
It's Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Dark Tides or something, is it not?
I thought it was Stranger Tides.
It could be Stranger Tides. I don't really
No, it's Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Oh, it's Dead Men Tell No. Okay, that was the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's done that one, and now you're saying that he's been dressed up as Sparrow.
What I'm seeing on YouTube, Johnny Depp was in his Jack Sparrow outfit up at Disneyland.
Okay.
Would this be a sign of things to come that he's coming back as Jack Sparrow? Possibly, but I don't know. It's really up to Johnny Depp and Disney if they're like gonna come up with a
if they come to a deal
with agreement. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think Suzanne and I would definitely go see Johnny Depp do another Jack Sparrow film. Yeah.
I would.
We own a couple. Yeah.
Johnny Depp come back as Jack Sparrow, definitely.
I would definitely.
I
yeah.
would
I mean,
we
own the first couple, right? We own the first couple of Pirates of the Caribbean films. I think we own 1, 2, and 3. And there was a total of I think 6. I think so. We don't have the other 4, 5, and 6 yet, but once we get them, sure. I mean, if he does another one, I definitely would go see it. Yeah, I'd definitely go see another Pirates.
Definitely, I would too. Also, there is a new Assassin's Creed video game coming out soon. It's called Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Assassin's Creed. You know how far that goes back?
Well, let's see.
They did a movie, didn't they do a live action film of Assassin's Creed? I thought they did. Moira, do you remember? Was there an official live action of Assassin's Creed of the video game? I thought they did it one time, but it didn't do well.
Live action movie. Let's see here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with the concept of Assassin's Creed. I'm familiar with how the game progresses, but I haven't had a chance to play it. So
yes, there was an Assassin's Creed film, a live action one. They came out in 2016.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it didn't do well. No.
Yeah, from my hearing, it did not do well.
No.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah.
It takes place in 1579 in Japan. And we're going to see a real life Japanese figure, Yasuke, who
that sounds like
that
sounds like an assassin. Yeah,
that's gonna be cool. Let's see. When
the
1500s. What's the release date for this? Let's see here. release date will be it's going to release on November 15th. It'll be available on PS5, Xbox Series
Yeah.
XS, and on PC.
Yeah. Let me think
So,
of the
this is another latest installment
yeah.
of
I was just thinking of the title.
Assassin's
You
Creed.
said it was in feudal Japan, which I believe is the 1500s. So maybe
Yes.
the assassin is one of the first ninja or samurai or but if it's shadows, then it's a ninja assassin in the early feudal Japan. That'd be cool. Yeah,
I really
that'd be
don't
a cool
know.
game.
Like, we'll have to. We have to see. Really.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um.
If you play it, I'll watch you. I'll watch you play it. If it comes out and you get it, you play it or whatever online or something. I'll
Let's.
definitely watch that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Let's see here. So let's see here real quick. So the last the last one the last game that we released was a year ago with
Uh-huh.
Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Oh, okay.
So been a year. So
Well,
yeah.
here. Okay.
So
Sure.
yeah. So we're getting a new game of this year, Assassin's Creed Shadows, set in feudal Japan.
Feudal
And I
Japan.
want to see a real life figure from that time period, Yasuke. That'll be really exciting to see. And
That will be.
this is gonna be there was a game, a spin-off game that did set in Japan. Um,
Hmm.
let's see. No, not Japan. It was uh China.
China.
Assassin's Creed Chronicles, and that was in 2015. Um, let's see, and it was set during 1526
In
uh,
China.
in China. Yes.
Okay.
And Assassin's Creed Shadows in Japan take place in 1579.
Cool.
So a
Yeah.
little bit of a time gap between
When
there.
what was the last Assassin's Creed game that you played, or that you partook of?
Oh, I haven't played any Assassin's Creed games.
You have it yourself? Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
I would like to the very long games though, really
Yeah.
long games.
I'm really old
Um,
school. I haven't played. The last thing I played was the original Doom. That was the last interactive game I played.
like
It took me over 6 months to complete that game completely, with 100% accuracy, kills, found every single hidden treasure, everything that was in the game. Took me over 6 months to finish the
so
whole time.
the first Assassin's Creed came out in 2007, and
Right.
then 2009 Assassin's Creed 2, 2010 Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, 2011 Assassin's Creed Revelations, 2012 Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag came out in 2013.
What
Um,
was the one that's
2000, I'm
yeah.
going down the list.
Oh, okay.
2014 Assassin's Creed Rogue, Assassin's Creed Unity. 2015 was Assassin's Creed Syndicate. 2017 was Assassin's Creed Origins. 2018 Assassin's Creed Odyssey. 2020 was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 2023 was Assassin's Creed Mirage, and
Right.
now this year, in 2024, we're getting Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Shadows.
Those are the main games.
Yeah.
There are spin-off games. Um, uh,
I
um,
I think it's better to
Ulterior.
deal with the original, though. I think it's better to deal with the original games. And the one you mentioned made sense because when they put out the live action film back in 2016, immediately when they realized it didn't do so well, they put out the move or they put out the following video game of Assassin's Creed Origins
Mm-hmm.
and put it from there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but there is spin-off games.
yeah,
You got Ulterior Chronicles,
yeah,
2008.
right.
Bloodline, 2009. This Assassin's Creed 2 Discovery, also
Yeah,
2009.
sure.
Project Legacy, 2010. Uh, Assassin's Creed Multiplayer Rearmed, and Recollection was this 2011. We got Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, 2012. Pirates, 2013. 2014, you got Freedom Cry Memories. 2015,
Hmm.
SSC's Chronicles. China. 2016 was India and Russia.
Ah,
And Assassin's Creed Identity. Um, 2017 was Assassin's Creed Unity Arno's Chronicles. 2018 was Rebellion. And last year, 2023, was Assassin's Creed Nexus VR.
so
Uh,
those are just so those the ones you read were just spin-offs, like offshoots of
Spin-offs.
the original. Yeah,
Spin-offs.
yeah.
They're on
I didn't
mobile,
realize.
uh,
Yeah,
PC, Nintendo, um, PS3, PS4,
yeah.
PlayStation
So,
Vita, Nintendo
right,
Switch,
yeah,
um, Xbox One, MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest 3, and MetaQuest Pro, um, PlayStation 4. Um, yeah, on those platforms, that those are the spin-off games. With the
cool.
main games, um, PC, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, um, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, on those platforms. Yes.
Yeah, that
Um,
sounds cool. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. Like I said, I never got a chance to play Assassin's Creed, but
Yeah, they
I was
really
aware of the different
should
concepts. Yeah,
release Assassin's Creed on, I would say, on PS4, because it's only on Xbox 360 and PS3. I really should think they should release it either on PS4 or even better, even on PS5, because
yeah,
there are like PlayStation does have some older games on the PlayStation Store. For example, Tide the Tasmanian Tiger, which is an old PS2 game.
I was going to ask you, Raquel, if you wanted to try playing Assassin's Creed, any of those online, um, what platform would have the game online that you could just play without a download and just play it?
I would suggest, if you have a PC,
Uh
I
huh.
would suggest using Steam, because
Yeah.
you can buy games off of there and play them on Steam. Not
Steam. Yeah.
Yes, Steam.
Steam.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So whatever recent Assassin's Creed game, if
Yes.
I wanted to play
If
it,
you
it'd be
have
available
a
on Steam.
PC, if you have a PC, I would highly suggest to um, create an account on Steam, and you can buy your games and play your games on there. It
Okay.
doesn't like it. You can play all the way to I think PS1, all the way up to PS5. Same
Okay.
with this with all the versions of the Xbox and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
also think you can play. I'm not really sure about this, but I might be wrong on this. I think you can also play uh the Super Nintendo
Yeah.
and the original Super Nintendo Entertainment on there too. I think
Cool.
I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, like also you can like pretty much since you're on PC, you can pretty much stream everywhere, really.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
On multiple platforms, not just on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah. Like I said, I love the old school games. For myself, I really would like to go back to the original Doom and play that in its entirety just by myself.
Right. Like I'd like to get myself a PC sometime soon because there are games that are not available on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Um, and there are other games like Nintendo like I like to play.
Right.
And plus there's some Xbox games I like to play, but I'm not getting every version of the Xbox console just to play those few games. It's just
Right.
better for me to just get a PC and play
Yeah.
play outdated and exclusive games on there instead.
Right. You just don't want it. Yeah, with a very small
No, I like
library. Right.
how many like there's like how many versions of the Xbox are there?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Uh, so
You got
what
you
else
got
is
the
going
original
on?
Xbox, Xbox 360.
Yeah.
You got Xbox One. And then you got Xbox Series X and S. So that's
Right.
essentially
Right.
5 consoles right there. I'm not
Yeah.
buying. I already got the Xbox 360
Yeah.
already,
360.
which is
Yeah.
pretty much unusable because they pretty much shut down their servers on there. So it's pretty much
Why?
outdated.
Oh, jeez.
It's
Yeah.
just essentially a brick now. So
Well, you
you
can't
can
sell it
still
anywhere, right? You can't
you
sell it
can
off or
still
anything.
use the original Xbox. The Xbox 360 is pretty much outdated and shut down.
And dead.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And then there's Xbox One and the Xbox Series X. I'm pretty sure the Xbox One is going to pretty much going in the same route with PlayStation 4. They're pretty much going to be outdated as well. So the current
Yes.
consoles right now are the Xbox Series X and Series S and PS5.
And PS5. Yeah. Sounds cool.
Hmm.
So, what's your next gaming? Which game are you going to be trying this next time on your gaming channel?
Before I get to that, you also can still play PS1, PS2, and PS3, but again, PS4 is going to go the same route as the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, pretty much.
Right. Yeah.
Um, next game, I do not know. Like I said, I do want to get back into Hogwarts Legacy and Gotham Knights. The only thing is, with Gotham Knights, there are some um, underrated bad guys that I might or might not have to defeat. I don't know if it's a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you have to do to get them out of the open.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's a requirement or not. If it's not, I'm just gonna like skip it and continue the storyline, and finish the game. That's that. With Hogwarts Legacy,
So now that
on the second trial,
yeah,
I'm having a hard time beating a super boss Pensive Guardian. So I do need to figure out like I do some research and see either like I need to look up my level or anything like that, or there's any extra items I need to help me defeat that boss. I also need to with Gotham Knights, I need to research if the underrated bosses are a requirement or not. If not,
right.
I'm just going to continue with the story line with that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be this weekend. It might be most likely next weekend.
Oh, okay.
instead. For this weekend, I don't know. I might be playing either Fall Guys, GTA 5 Online, or Fortnite. One of the three.
Cool.
I'm not really sure yet.
So
Um,
what are you gonna do now that X-Men 97's over? We have to wait about a year or so for it to go back. What have
I
you got planned? What have you got planned for me?
I don't have anything planned at the moment.
Uh-huh.
But I'll let you guys know
Okay.
um soon. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. So next week, there's nothing going on next week. Um, as for my gaming channel, uh, for this weekend, I will be playing GTA 5 Online, Fall Guys, or Fortnite. For
Cool.
next weekend, um, most likely, hopefully, most likely, I'll be getting back into Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy. That's all that I have planned for now. Oh, and
Yeah.
also I'll be on Ryan Rogers Hathaway's reality based podcast tomorrow at 4
Cool.
p.m. Central Time, talking about gaming stuff of the week. So please check him out over there.
Yeah.
Let me get his channel real quick. Um,
Did you want me to let you know what's going on with our channel?
yeah, you could. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So as you're aware, we have we have a forecast video which is posted on our main Mike Uses for front page. In there is the description of the shows that we post every Sunday through Thursday. We take a day out. We take a couple days off on Fridays and Saturdays, and then we go back to our Sunday topic times that Jay Aldridge and I both host at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 o'clock Central. That's Sunday afternoon. Mondays, we're still doing Mikey Sue's TV. The basic concept is we do one main topic of the day. We give you a recommendation, a review, and also a grade on a DVD or Blu-ray that we own in our personal library. And then we also do a Q&A session at the end of that. That's usually about 10 to 15 minutes. We just let people ask us a question and answer it, and so on. Tuesdays, I am still doing with Jay. I'm doing the A Team TV series, and we're still on season 1. This next Tuesday, we'll be doing season 1, episode 12 of that wonderful series. Wednesdays, I still do a webcam of the 3-season show, The Greatest American Hero, that preceded the A Team because it was written by the same writers, Frank Lupo and Stephen J. Cannell. So I do that on Wednesdays. Now, the Mikey Sue's TV starts at 12 noon Eastern and 11 a.m. Central, and it's a webcam. On Tuesday, the live stream with Jay starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. On Wednesday, the webcam for The Greatest American Hero starts at 12 noon p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. And then on Thursday, we do one more live stream with Jay. And what we're doing there right now, briefly, is covering the few seasons of the early Saturday morning live action shows that were part of the DC universe. One was The Secrets of Isis, and the other one was Shazam, which had the original Captain Marvel, played by Jackson Boswick. And that is on Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. But everything I just told you is right there on the main page of Mikey Sue's 4 under our broadcast video that I did a few days ago. And then, of course, we go back to topic times on Sunday, so which is 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 o'clock Central. So we have a thing for every day of the week except for Fridays and Saturdays. And usually you'll see, yeah, and usually you'll see me doing Walton's, not this week, but we do a Walton stream with Gorilla's Random Thoughts on Friday nights. And then he normally does he does a movie review on Saturday afternoons. I'm a part of that panel. We've been working on James Bond films, so to speak. We did the first two. We're getting close to Goldfinger. He's not doing it this week, but I hope he does it next week. That would be so cool because Goldfinger is one of my all-time favorites. So, it's just the perfect Bond film, really, for Connery. And then I play Jet Nerdy on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, I got a full slate of everything. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
You can follow Mikey's channel right here at this link. Go follow him on here. Give him a sub and a like. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Moira, what's up with you?
What's up to Miss Moira Kitty? Meow.
Anything planned?
Moira?
I might bitch and complain tomorrow about political stuff.
Yeah.
All right, here, folks. Moira's going to bitch and complain about political stuff on her channel tomorrow.
Yeah, my political tabs, my articles and stuff get to about 15. I try to it's like a pressure release valve. I gotta bitch about it for a little bit, so it goes back down to 1 or 2, and redo it.
When do you usually run that, Moira? What time do you run that?
I think I have to set up for 6 or 7 tomorrow. I think.
Would it be 7 o'clock your time central?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go look because I actually don't remember which one I picked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, please, because we're an hour ahead of you. So.
Right. Hold on.
That's why I always say I go for my Eastern Central because they're an hour behind us.
7:20 p.m.
Yep, 7:20
tomorrow.
p.m.
Your time. Okay.
Yes. I wasn't sure what
that would be 8:20 your time.
8:20 my time, right? So around 8 o'clock, I'd be there in the chat for you at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, I have nothing to do tomorrow, so it's my day off.
So yeah, follow Moira Kitty on her channel when she's bitching about political stuff on her channel tomorrow.
The headlines, I say, comment about it I fucking bet it's the CIA or some kind of shit. Doesn't surprise me. Next, and article.
Also,
don't forget Raquel's gaming channel.
Right. Before that, tomorrow, I'll be on Ryan Roger Hathaway reality-based channel tomorrow, talking about gaming news of the week. That'll be 4 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
Which be
5 o'clock
5 p.m. for you, Mikey.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were just talking about gaming news of the week over there. Also, please follow me on my gaming channel. Please hit the subscribe button. Like the stream and share it out. I really appreciate it. We're only 2 subs away from 200. Hopefully get there soon. I appreciate you guys. I couldn't do this without you. And I can't wait to play even more games on there. Talking about more pop culture fun stuff on this channel as well. So yeah. Please do not forget for this channel and my gaming channel. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell so when I go live on these 2 channels here and my gaming channel, you'll get notified when I'm going live. Really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, I always call it with the notification bell for mine. I always go, and don't forget the notification bell. Yes. Make sure you hit all notifications. Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
If you make that ring into your head, you'll know, and you'll see it. And then and always double check. Yeah, and always double check, please. I'm going to say this for Raquel and Moira especially. Please double check their channels. Make sure that you're subscribed because sometimes the YouTube guys like to steal 1 or 2 of your subs away, and the next thing you know, you're going, oh, what the heck? I had all this, and then they're taken away. So make sure at least once a week, check your subscriptions in your channel. And make sure your people are still subscribed to you so that you can get all that.
Maybe more once a month.
Once a month, okay.
Once a month. Not every week, but not every week, but once a month. Please check to see if you're still subscribed
Yeah.
on Moira's, Mikey, my channel, and my gaming channel as well. And don't
Yes.
forget to hit the notification bell where we're going live on our channels. Hey Kronos, hey, thanks for coming. We're about to end the stream. Thank
Hey,
you for
Cronus.
coming.
Yeah, Cronus.
Yeah.
And so before we take off here for the evening, I want to say thank you to Christian, Edge of Time, Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, SW, and MCU, and Doctor Who. Whew. Milton Knowles, the Sane Witch King, and Kronos. Thank
And
you all for
Kronos.
coming. Yeah, don't forget to hit like and share the stream out. Click that notification bell, and please subscribe if you like what you see here. And with that, I am going to get out of here, and we'll catch you guys up soon.
Yeah,
Good night,
yeah.
everyone.
Good night, everyone. And the aisle is closed, according to Gene Siskel. Take care, guys.
All right, later, y'all. If this is your first time being here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RaquelSSG2211. Catch you later.